Hey there, Doc. Dr. Scott Dorrity from ChiroLaunch coming to you today from South Bend, Indiana, right here on the campus, University of Notre Dame. Got Touchdown Jesus behind me here in the background. And I want to talk to you today about kind of a scary subject, and that's what to do when your practice is not going the way you want it to. If it's struggling, or if it's even in a downturn, or it's just kind of stuck. I'm obviously on my U.S. tour right now, and I'm seeing too much of that. For the profession that we have, there's too many businesses that are struggling to get through some sort of a plateau, or some of them are even going in a downturn. And the number one thing I've been telling docs here lately is, first of all, don't panic. Too many docs are just trying to do more stuff. They're panicking, they're looking for some new contraption or something to save their practice, and that's not the way to go about it. What I want you to understand is that when your practice is going down, there's two things you need to look at. What was the factor that caused the downturn? Was it an external force? Did something change in the insurance world? Is there a new competitor in town? Those things that you really can't control, something happened to you. In those cases, you need to adapt, and you need to adapt quickly. And there's a different strategy for that. I want to talk about that maybe the next video I do. But today I want to talk about the other kind of forces, which are internal forces, things that you created, things that you have complete control over. And you need to find a way to diagnose which of those internal factors caused this problem. Again, too many doctors put new systems into place and they see a downturn, and all they do when they see a downturn is start putting more and more stuff in place, more layers of complexity, which just causes the downturn to get even steeper. You really need to diagnose the internal factor that caused your problem. If it was an internal factor. If external, again, different set of circumstances. But when it's an internal force, something that you did, something that you changed, you need to figure out what it was. You can't just keep on adding layers. You need to figure, hey, we were doing good, we changed something, and that's what caused this downturn. And when you find that thing and you remove it, so instead of adding, go back and remove the thing that caused the downturn. Now again, a lot of factors involved here. It could be a system or procedure you put into place. It could be a financial thing that you put into place. It could be a new staff member. It could be, we got rid of a staff member who was valuable. We need to replace them. Doc, it could be you. And a lot of times, I'm going to tell you, it is you. It could be something that happened to you in your personal life that has kind of changed you mentally. And if that's the case, go get some therapy, do some counseling, work yourself through that. But whatever the internal forces is, you need to do some diagnosis on your own. You need to diagnose your own practice. You just can't keep jumping into motion, which won't necessarily get you where you want to go, and it will probably cause more problems. You just slow down. You did not panic. You need to relax, take a deep breath, and diagnose your issue. Diagnose what caused this downturn in the first place, and then you can start addressing very specifically that downturn, that factor, and fix it. And when you fix it, you can start seeing that practice start pick back up. Then you can start doing some new things and testing them out after you start getting momentum. Fixing a practice that's in a downturn is very different than growing a practice. First, you need to slow it down. Slow down the downturn and stall it before you can pick it back up again. I talk a lot about flying, being a private pilot. It's the same thing here. If you notice your plane's in a downturn or a stall, the last thing you want to do is panic and start pushing buttons and just trying everything. You need to get yourself calm, get control of your aircraft again, slow it out, and then you can lift it back up again. Same thing here with your practice. So, my tip today, if your practice is struggling, or if it's in a downturn, or if it's just nosediving, sit down, take a deep breath, go back and figure out exactly what caused the problem or when that started to happen, and the few things you changed right before that. Address those issues, change them back to the way they were, slow down that downturn, and then we can work on growing your practice. So Doc, go ahead and look at those internal or external factors, figure out what it was that's causing your downturn, get to work fixing it. If you need some help, obviously I'm on my U.S. tour right now. I'm visiting practices, I'm helping to put together strategies for them, but I'm also putting together a course right now on what to do when your practice is in that downturn, specific steps along the way. I assume there's some link somewhere on this page that'll show you how to get there if you'd like to join us, if you're one of those practices that can be saved by that type of a course. So take a look at one of those programs, either my tour or my course, and I'll look forward to talking to you on my next stop.